Robert Ashley, the deal expert, finds a customer with a car seat missing its base. Can Ashley make a deal, or will it turn into a funny situation? Ashley faces a funny moment. A customer wanted a chilla scarf, but it's really just a bunny. Get ready for a wild time. So in walks this dude looking like he just stepped out of a heavy metal concert. Tattoos everywhere, face carved up like he had a disagreement with a razor blade. He's all like, "Hey, call me the devil." Seriously? Who does that? But hey, anyway, nice to meet you, Lucifer. Then he drops this bombshell. He's 2,500 years old. Seth's like, "Dude, you got me beat. Finally, someone older than my dad." But here's the kicker. He wants to swap his gold for some cash. Says money's the root of all evil. Yeah, buddy, you're really living the stereotype.
2,500 years old. Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad.
So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. Money's the root of all evil.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want? I could have gotten $650 for this stuff if I melted it down and sold it to my refinery. How about $500?
Can't do it.
It's $50 profit in this thing.
So they're haggling. Seth offers $650, he wants $610, and they're dancing around like it's a satanic tango. But alas, the devil doesn't always get what he wants. Cue the sad violin.
I guess we don't have a deal.
So there Seth is, trying to make a deal with the devil, and he's all like, "I want cash for my gold," and Seth's thinking, "Sure, buddy, let me just grab my holy water." But seriously, with the negotiation, Seth offers him $650, he wants $610, and they're doing the demonic dance of the dollars. But in the end, no dice. No deal with the Prince of Darkness today, folks. Sorry, Satan. Maybe next time, bring a better pitchfork.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price, and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price. Who'd you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't see them over the phone. She's lying. Can I see your merchandise? You need to come in, you need to evaluate your earrings, we need to test them.
Ashley introduces herself in a bubbly tone. Now Nana barges in, claiming that she was promised $400 for her 3-carat diamond earrings. She accuses Nicole of lying about the offer. Ashley calmly explains they need to evaluate the earrings in person. Nana demands $400 but gets offered $185 instead, triggering her outrage.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna give me that $400, right?
No, I'm not. I mean, you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Nana insists on the $400, but Ashley stands her ground. Nana's frustration peaks and she frantically searches for Nikki, accusing everybody of disrespect. Chaos ensues as Nana's volume rises, demanding her mother money. Ashley remains composed, but Nana's confusion and persistence escalate the situation.
I am, because that's what I called for. And they told me that they was gonna give me $400. Now where the is Nikki at? Where the is Nikki at? Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this bitch? I don't need nobody to escort me out this bitch. Oh, y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's outburst intensifies and she demands respect while causing a scene. Ashley calls for her removal, leading to a heated exchange. Nana storms out, hurling insults and leaving everybody exasperated. The encounter ends with Ashley lamenting Nana's departure, causing a headache in her wake, leaving the pawn shop in peace once again.
This one woman went way out of her line, screaming and verbally abusing Ashley.
Who's over you, ma'am?
Me.
It's somebody that's over you going to give me $500.
No, not talking to me.
This woman came in all generous and sweet, wanting to pawn her apparent iPad in exchange for $500 to bail her man. That's a red flag right there, ma'am. Anyways, when Ashley asked her how she estimated $500 to be the value, she was fumbling and gave a very lame reason.
Because this is a new gig. So I should get
gig?
Yes.
She clearly had no idea what it was. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging wondering the same. It is an Asus transformer, not an iPad, and definitely not worth $500. And pawned items are sold at lower rates so that everyone has some profit. Ashley straight up returns it, but the customer gets pissed at this. She gets really loud and asks Ashley to get the manager. Funny, ma'am, she is the manager. She asks her to get someone above her because she needs that $500. To this, Ashley did the most savagely epic things of all times. She looked around with an air of confidence and said, "Me," asserting herself as the undeniable queen of the room. Oh boy, I bet that moment sent shockwaves through everyone's minds. It was a jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring move that showcased her unapologetic dominance. Talk about a mic drop moment. Ashley truly proved that she reigns supreme, leaving everyone in awe of her sheer badassery.
So I'm gonna ask you to leave.
No, I'm not going down my way until you run me mine. Run me.
First of all, her voice is bugging my ears so much. The rest of it is just her shouting how Ashley's a bitch, and kept cursing her while security shows her the way out.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You do not know me.
You threaten me? You're out. You're not.
For the last time, good lord, someone please ask her to zip it. And I swear, my poor ears were begging for mercy. But you know what? Kudos to Ashley for taking charge and showing her the exit door. She didn't let anyone rain on her parade and swiftly dealt with the situation like a boss. The store probably let out a collective sigh of relief when she was gone. Brace yourselves for a dramatic tale involving a limited edition bronze statue. Let's dive right in. So it all starts with a man named Raphael walking into the Pawn Star shop with this fancy limited edition 1888 bronze statue by Louis Bacall, a renowned French sculptor. After looking at the statue and knowing the potential value of this piece, Rick started salivating like a hungry wolf. Moving further, Rick's expert eyes started analyzing every little detail, hoping to strike gold and make some serious cash. And as Rick is examining the statue, you can see the excitement building up. If it turns out to be the real deal, it could be worth thousands of dollars. The suspense is killing. Come on, man, show me those original markings. Now, Rick's like a detective on the case, searching for any signs of authenticity. And in a dramatic twist, Rick got the truth. You need to see this.
Looks right. What doesn't look right is there's some pitting right here. And that crack right there is from when they casted it. It didn't happen later.
The statue has been recast. Oh, the disappointment is real, my friends. Well, ain't that a kick in the teeth? This statue is nothing but a fancy replica.
1888. The original was made in 1888.
I don't believe you.
Okay, I mean...
Raphael's hopes went up in smoke, and the idiotic mistake is laid bare.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you tell me, but I know you're full of
You know...
Looking at Raphael, it sure is clear that he's not taking the news well. He's about to unleash his frustration on Rick, and things are about to get heated. And what did we see? Looking at the heated argument, Rick's bodyguard was just about to get in the scene, but Rick stopped them. Just when tensions were about to boil over, Richard stepped in to play the peacemaker. He's not one to let things escalate, especially when it comes to business. And I 100% agree with what Richard just said.
You might be wrong, we don't know. We're in the business to make money. But when we don't feel comfortable with something, we're going to back off.
He's a smart guy indeed. It's true that they're here to make some dough, but with that, they also got to be smart about it. If something doesn't feel right, gotta back off. No hard feelings, Raphael. Do you agree that a business is about making money, and sometimes we gotta be cautious? Can't blame us for not wanting to get burned. Look, Richard's wisdom prevails, reminding everyone that it's all about the money, but also about maintaining integrity. All right, let's take a chill pill, guys. And there you have it, another crazy encounter on Pawn Stars. Raphael thought he hit the jackpot, but in the end, it was a painful lesson in authenticity. The Pawn Stars team reflects on another day filled with unexpected encounters and quirky characters. Rick, ever the shrewd businessman, knows that every deal won't be a success, but he remains optimistic for the next opportunity that walks through his shop's doors. The customers may have acted like real idiots, overestimating the value of their valuables, but it's all part of the pawn shop's charm. We can't wait to share this hilarious encounter with you guys. Trust me, it's gonna be a riot. It's a reminder that in the crazy world of pawn shops, you never know what surprises are waiting around the corner. It's like a never-ending treasure hunt, and we're loving every minute of it. So until our next adventure, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden treasures out there. Whether you're with us at the pawn shop or exploring elsewhere, you never know what gems you might stumble upon.
I can go 10 bucks.
10 bucks.
10 bucks, yeah.
The seller refuses to budge until he gets his 150 bucks. Threats fly unless Seth, the dealer, greets a man approaching with an earring emergency because his little red Corvette broke down. Classic. Seth, in awe, asks who he is, but the man's response? A mystery. Well, I guess it's time to cue the Prince theme music.
Now you're just
No, it makes sense.
being a
I am being a
yeah, well, because you
know.
brought in a fake.
The truth hits hard like a guitar riff. It's an imitation earring. Seth throws some shade, calling it imitation Prince. The man's defense? Priceless. Seth's patience wanes as the man's excuses fall flat. Comedy? Pure gold.
Exactly.
Tolerate fake items, bids farewell with a sprinkle of Prince references. The man exits, but the drama's not over yet. Seth senses some mischief brewing. As the man leaves, Seth's parting words, a cheeky purple rain nod. Another day at the pawn shop, folks.
Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Do I need to get loud?
What you do that for?
Your punk ass home, bitch! Watch your punk ass home!
You playing my man?
Hey, where the electronics at, man?
Let's see what you
I ran out
got.
of gas in the damn parking lot. It doesn't matter how much it costs, man. I just need $150.
30.
I want my 150, please. I would like-
35.
I really don't need nobody. It's just gonna be me. Let's go, bro.
Things get heated really quickly.
Hey, nah. This man, get off me. Think I'm playing with y'all?
There you go, a little bit
Man,
push.
y'all. I want y'all to help me out, man. Turn right.
I do.
In this lively scene, Ashley, a pawn shop dealer, encounters a customer seeking to pawn an item. With a comical twist, the customer explains her predicament, having lost all of her money at the casino and now seeking to pawn her car seat, albeit without its base. She hilariously demands assistance, unaware of the impossibility of the situation.
Too heavy to carry.
I need the base.
Ashley is unable to help her.
Have to have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia Peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can.
This customer persistently pleads for help, emphasizing her dilemma. Now, despite her persistence, Ashley can't comply due to the missing base. The customer's escalating frustration leads to demands for a manager or supervisor, but to no avail. Tensions begin to rise as the customer insults Ashley, resulting in security intervention.
To have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia Peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Need you to take my car seat.
Give me my mother car seat. I'm not going nowhere. Let me go! Oh! Yo!
I don't know if she's supposed to be using the car seat or her child.
Byron the guard intervenes, forcibly removing the unruly customer from the premises. Despite her protests, security ensures her departure. We then conclude with the customer's futile attempt to reclaim her car seat, emphasizing the absurdity of her actions and highlighting the humor of the situation.
Ashley, Seth, and Karen to the office, please. Ashley, Seth, and Karen. So I got the results back from the secret shopper. Taking care of this customer. What is the first thing you see? 3 rings on the showcase.
That's not allowed.
Right, so one item out at a time. Now let's fast forward. Told somebody that you'd come back,
Like I said, I'd send somebody over.
but nobody ended up coming over.
Les, the silver-haired sultan of secondhand, calls his court jesters, Ashley and Seth, to the throne room. Apparently, he had a secret shopper, Ava, visit the pawn shop, and the results were not the best. Ashley and Seth exchange nervous glances, wondering if Les is going to unleash his legendary roar or just some good-natured pawn.
That you'd come back,
Like I said, I'd send somebody over.
but nobody ended up coming over. Now how about this one? Wait till I show you this.
I yawn.
In front of a customer?
Maybe that happened one time out of like maybe the past 20 years that I've been here.
That particular day.
Les unleashes his claws. He throws Bobby under the bus for displaying 3 rings at once, a cardinal sin in Les land. Then he tears into Seth for taking too long to help a customer, accusing him of being slower than a pawnbroker on vacation. Ashley, sensing an opportunity, crosses her arms and silently whispers, "Uh-oh, somebody's feeling the heat."
Look at how Linda took care of this person.
This would run you $1,700 here.
Perfect.
The best way to go.
Look at how he's showing the television set. In Steve's report, and let me show you who got a 98 out of 100. Karen. Look at the way that she's handling the customer.
I'm so happy I was able to help you today.
98.
Les shifts his focus, showcasing the shining examples of Linda and JP. Linda, the Diamond 9 diva, expertly appraises a watch, while JP, the tech titan, demonstrates a TV with the enthusiasm of a kid on Christmas morning. Ashley takes a mental note, scribbling "Be more Linda, less Seth" on her pawn-shaped notepad.
98. The most important thing that we have to offer is customer service.
You could learn something from me.
A rose near two thorns.
Les, I'm just doing my job.
I'm very proud of you.
Wes reveals the ultimate scorecard. Karen, the customer service queen, scored a perfect 98. Ashley and Seth slump in their chairs, feeling like yesterday's jewelry. But Les throws Ashley a bone, calling her a rose between two thorns. A not-so-subtle dig at Seth. So Ashley puffs at her chest, basking in the rare praise, while Seth silently vows to outshine Karen next time.
Is there something you need help with?
No, I'm just browsing.
Okay, sounds good. Anything catches your eye that you want me to pull out?
I was kind of looking at some of these watches.
Okay. Something wrong?
Yeah, my phone. I just let my... Did you take my phone?
On the showcase.
In a pawn shop far, far away from common sense, a customer's quest for an invisible phone turns the store into a circus. Imagine a magician's act gone wrong. Now add grumpy customers and confused employees. It's a comedy of errors where the only thing missing is the phone that everybody's looking for.
Look, I ain't crazy. Damn it, I just laid my phone there. Yo, you better get off because I get the manager.
Another customer in the store, you have got to get out.
Yo, please, listen.
As chaos reigns supreme, the invisible phone saga transforms into a slapstick showdown. Consider a scene from a stupid action film, but with canes instead of firearms, and insults flying quicker than a swarm of birds. It's like a sitcom on steroids, with each character competing for the title of most absurd performance.
I'm out of here, yo.
Their business outside.
Nobody don't got time for this. Yo, get this old ass. Hey, what's your problem?
Oh, my
For
God.
heaven's sake.
You ain't gonna need that cane. Go ahead, put the cane down. Chill out.
Thanks,
Calm down.
Yeah, all right.
Man, don't hurt nobody. And watch how you use that cane.
Shut the hell up.
If you got grandkids,
Granddad.
have a nice day.
Now, as the dust settles, the pawn shop resembles a battlefield of comedic proportions. With tempers cooled, the invisible phone remains the elusive star of this absurd show. And when the curtain falls on this hilarious display, only one thing is certain: nobody's gonna leave with their sense of worth intact.
Hi, I'm trying to pawn this chain.
Yeah, we won't be able to take this.
Why you want me to take?
Why are you screaming?
Because I want my mother money. I'm a boss. That's what I do. Get my money.
You're gonna come and get it?
One way or another.
All right, well, I'll come and give it to you.
Yeah.
So this guy strolls in all confident, trying to pawn off some chain. He's like, "I want $250 for this." But hold up, it's faker than a $3 bill. The drama unfolds as he demands his mother money and threatens to take it by force. Oh man, well, we got ourselves a boss in the making right here.
Where's it at?
Back up. Okay. First of all, that's not real.
What?
Do you want me to let you pawn your watch for $250?
Here comes round two. The guy's still clinging onto that delusion, insisting that it's real bling. However, they're not having any of it, threatening to remove him if he doesn't turn down the volume. But at least he's willing to compromise. Now, will he finally accept reality, or is he going to keep shouting his way to nowhere?
I'll take the $250.
Wow. Changing a tone now.
Yeah.
Want to follow me this way?
Thanks for helping me.
Well, take a look at that. The guy finally got a soft spot and finally ready to see reason. $250? Yeah, sure. Talk about a change of tune. And with that, he's off to his next journey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. My girlfriend, she came up here and she got rid of my Xbox 360 and I came up here to get it back.
She got ready for Xbox?
Yeah, we got into an argument. I woke up and wasn't there, so I called her and I asked her where was it at, and she told me it was up here, so I just came up here to get it back.
Okay, it's not just gonna give you your 360.
You just need to give me my stuff.
No, I don't need to do anything.
I don't have no ticket.
Okay, you done?
Y'all just need to hand me my because I'm gone.
You gonna what?
What y'all supposed to have some security guards or something? Y'all looking at me and
He can look at whoever he wants. He's our guard here. So.
Like I was saying, can I just have my... Can I just have
So here's this guy, right? He waltzes into the shop like he's lost his favorite pair of socks in the laundry. Turns out his girl threw out his Xbox 360. And he's all like, I need it back. And Ashley's there, cool as a cucumber, asking for a ticket. Ticket to what? The Xbox amusement park? Classic mix-up.
Another one?
Well, let me just look for one that I want to grab.
Okay, you go that way. I'll show you some. Wait right
what
here,
those 360s there, bro?
I'll sell you one for $200.
No, I can grab one for free.
Excuse me?
Now, the guy's on a mission, but Ashley's playing hardball. No ticket, no Xbox, she says. But our hero ain't having it. He's all like, just give me my stuff. Like, bro, do you even have a receipt? And then he tries some Jedi mind trick about grabbing one for free. Nice try, buddy, but this ain't a buy one, get one free sale.
Oh, I got the feeling that, yeah, he really into video games because he tried to warp out of here to like another world. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Get the out. Now.
All right,
Don't ever step back.
You gonna make me move?
It pissed me off. I've never seen somebody run around my store like that. I've never seen somebody jump in a barrel. I've seen some crazy but never that.
Then it gets wild because the guy hops into a barrel and attempts to warp out of there. Now Ashley's telling security to get him out of there, and it's an entire circus. The guy finally bolts, and Ashley's left scratching her head wondering what the heck just happened. Never a dull moment in the pawn shop.
Hi, how are you?
Got a little bit of a problem.
Can't imagine why.
My kids were playing around last night, broke my teeth. Now I have no teeth.
They broke all your teeth?
I had dentures. So they
How'd
were
they
playing.
bring them?
They flushed them down the toilet.
And you want how much?
About $300.
$300. So I'm not gonna be able to give you $300.
Two?
No. See, the issue is it has to be a certain amount of weight.
A woman with a smile like a jack-o'-lantern enters, claiming that her mischievous children flushed her dentures down the porcelain plunge. Now she offers a promise ring as collateral, hoping for $300 to buy replacements. Ashley politely informs her that it's more like a $10 promise, triggering a meltdown worthy of a Shakespearean tragedy.
For me to pay you for the silver.
Right, I understand it ain't worth all that, so what can you give me?
$10 to buy it.
No, I need more than $10. See, I have no teeth.
Right,
I go
so
to work
I'm not
tomorrow.
paying you for your teeth.
Okay, well, what the can you do then?
The woman launches into a guilt trip that would make even Mother Teresa flinch. Now Ashley stands firm, offering a measly $10 just to get rid of the verbal hurricane. But oh no, our toothless typhoon isn't satisfied. She throws insults like confetti, calling Ashley names that would make a sailor blush.
Takes one to know one, doesn't it? You talk a lot of smart, bitch. I do, and so do you. Keep walking. Now what?
I'm here.
Now what?
I'm here.
Keep walking.
Bitch, my car's this way.
Lucky Ashley didn't knock the teeth out your mouth.
Ashley, pushed to her limit, unleashes her inner dragon. The woman, finally defeated, slinks away muttering threats. Ashley, victorious but slightly singed, sighs. One down, $1 million. It's a bargain battle royale. Now the woman wants $165, but Ashley's all like, I'll give you $150, and it's a standoff. Then, boom, attitude explosion. The woman's throwing verbal haymakers like it's a boxing match. But in the end, it's all smiles for Ashley and her crew as they bid adieu to the drama and welcome the next wacky adventure in the pawn shop saga. In the end, Robert storms out, swearing never to return like some kind of reality TV diva. Classic entertainment, folks. You couldn't make any of this up if you tried.
These are walrus peni.
Walrus
Penises.
Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm right in line with what you can find on the internet. $600 each for those, and $600 for them. There is no way I would take less than $500 for those a piece.
Correct.
Just wouldn't do it.
Let me just go look.
Two customers come in with some of the weirdest items you'll ever see on the show. Les has to take a second to understand what he's dealing with.
Yeah, you're 100% right. How the hell did you know about that? Holy Bob. He's really proficient in anything that's hard. Yeah, I mean, this is it. My guy knows about these things.
Right. Make us an offer.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in.
Bob is an expert on all sorts of things, including the reproductive parts of a male walrus, for some reason. The expert really saved Les a lot of money with his odd knowledge.
Skull of an elephant.
Really?
It's very unusual.
It's very unusual. How did you get it?
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. Where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I can promise you nobody's ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
How about 500?
Nope. 500, I'll take it back. Throw it in my family room, even though my wife don't want it there. How about 12?
How about
5,000. That's as low as I'm gonna go.
It's definitely elephant season for Les, but will he be inclined to own this piece of an African elephant?
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are more expensive than the Asian ones. Africans are... So you don't really want to lug it back home, do you?
No, I don't.
So, 600. 700.
I believe he'll put it in his own personal collection. It'll have a decent home.
You are?
Thank you.
51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Les consults with his expert, and then he uses that advice to close down a good deal for the pawn shop. Ashley, the deal expert, finds a customer with a car seat missing its base. Can Ashley make a deal, or will it turn into a funny situation? Ashley faces a funny moment. A customer wanted a chilla scarf, but it's really just a bunny. Get ready for a wild time. So in walks this dude looking like he just stepped out of a heavy metal concert. Tattoos everywhere, face carved up like he had a disagreement with a razor blade. He's all like, "Hey, call me the devil." Seriously? Who does that? But hey, anyway, nice to meet you, Lucifer. Then he drops this bombshell. He's 2,500 years old. Seth's like, "Dude, you got me beat. Finally, someone older than my dad." But here's the kicker. He wants to swap his gold for some cash. Says money's the root of all evil. Yeah, buddy, you're really living the stereotype.
2,500 years old. Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad.
So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. Money's the root of all evil.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want? I could have gotten $650 for this stuff if I melted it down and sold it to my refinery. How about 500?
Can't do it.
Save $50 profit in this thing.
So they're haggling. Seth offers $650, he wants $610, and they're dancing around like it's a satanic tango. But alas, the devil doesn't always get what he wants. Cue the sad violin.
I guess we don't have a deal.
So there Seth is, trying to make a deal with the devil, and he's all like, "I want cash for my gold," and Seth's thinking, "Sure, buddy, let me just grab my holy water." But seriously, with the negotiation, Seth offers him $650, he wants $610, and they're doing the demonic dance of the dollars. But in the end, no dice. No deal with the Prince of Darkness today, folks. Sorry, Satan. Maybe next time, bring a better pitchfork.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price, and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price. Who'd you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't see them over the phone. She's lying. Can I see your merchandise? You need to come in, you need to evaluate your earrings, we need to test them.
Ashley introduces herself in a bubbly tone. Now Nana barges in, claiming that she was promised $400 for her 3-carat diamond earrings. She accuses Nicole of lying about the offer. Ashley calmly explains they need to evaluate the earrings in person. Nana demands $400 but gets offered $185 instead, triggering her outrage.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna give me that $400, right?
No, I'm not, and you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Nana insists on the $400, but Ashley stands her ground. Nana's frustration peaks and she frantically searches for Nikki, accusing everybody of disrespect. Chaos ensues as Nana's volume rises, demanding her mother money. Ashley remains composed, but Nana's confusion and persistence escalate the situation.
I am because that's what I called for. And they told me that they was gonna give me $400. Now where the is Nikki at? Where the is Nikki at? Nikki!
What?
No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this bitch? I don't need nobody to escort me out this bitch. All y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's outburst intensifies and she demands respect while causing a scene. Ashley calls for her removal, leading to a heated exchange. Nana storms out, hurling insults and leaving everybody exasperated. The encounter ends with Ashley lamenting Nana's departure, causing a headache in her wake, leaving the pawn shop in peace once again. When the insults get to her, it's a battle of wills over a bag, and nobody's given an inch. Can't blame a girl for trying, though. As Ashley assists the customer to her car, the customer accuses her of scamming Ashley, bewildered by the accusation, and even offered her a job. The situation ends with some confusion and disbelief.
Mr. Romeo came in ready to take down the Big G, but plot twist, the universe decides to serve him a slice of humble pie instead. Anyways, here's how things went on from that point.
Any
11 grand, that's what I can do.
That's your bottom line?
Yeah,
Okay.
best price.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm disappointed, but it's, it's your property, you own it, and you got to do what's in your best interest.
Right.
So.
All right, no problem, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Halberds. Ah, behold the wannabe warrior, armed not with valor, but with a stash of classic weapons. Who needs battles when you can make quick money selling halberds? The modern quest.
These axes are in amazing shape. If we can prove these are real, I know I can easily sell them to a military collector. So how much are you looking to get for these halberds?
I need $7,500 each.
$7,500 each, all right.
Oh, perfect idea. Our financially savvy warrior needs an expert battle opinion on pricing halberds. Because, conquering markets is totally like conquering kingdoms.
The thing that really concerns me about this piece is that the steel is really flimsy. You whack somebody wearing armor with this thing, it's liable to bend or break. I'll conclude that this is probably from the Victorian period and is what I call the decorator piece.
Well, congrats on that masterclass. But hey, guess what? Corey's uncrushable optimism still has a glimmer of interest in our warrior's equipment.
I mean, if I were to make you an offer, I'd make you an offer of around $1,500.
Are you talking a piece?
No, I'm talking total.
No, I'm not interested at all.
Well, if I were you, next time I'd buy one, I'd call Craig too. All right, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
700 cockroaches. No shiny metal, no problem. Time for a quirky twist. Snag those cockroaches and hit the pawn spot down the alley. Who knew creepy crawlies could be the new currency? Hold the phone, folks. His eerie charm's catching on.
They are Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh! Ew! 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 Ew!
Did you want to see one?
No! Close it!
Yeah, those gross goodies. He's got his sneaky secrets for that oddball offering.
I was using them to feed my Savannah monitors.
That is disgusting.
How many do you have? If you pick one of these up, they're actually heavy because there's so many of them in there.
I really do believe you.
Seriously, bro, we're talking a buck a pop. Those things are tough to sell, even as giveaways. It's like offering a lifetime supply of, well, nope. You better take them back home.
I wish I had somebody that needed them. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I bought living creatures in the past. Cockroaches isn't in our repertoire, but the best thing about it, the look on Ashley's face, priceless.
That was gross.
Chicken Man. Alrighty, folks, we've got the Rocket Man on our radar. But hold on to your feathers, because here comes the Chicken Man on a mystery hunt while eating chicken in the pawn shop. That's ironic.
You hungry?
No, I'm not. I got this for free. I work there, you know what I'm
Do
saying?
you?
Yeah, let me show you.
Feel free to lay your chicken on the counter.
All right, look, this is what I do. I say I got chicken and finger sucking. Come for a plucking.
Looks like we've cracked the age-old riddle. Why'd the chicken cross the road? Well, to get a pawn shop watch, of course. But hey, buddy, you're not pulling a poultry prank now, are you?
He's eating chicken while he's talking to me.
Oh, all right, look, let me see them get right there.
You're spitting chicken on the counter.
That's for you, man. Can I see that right there?
Sure, you see it?
How much this cost?
$1,200.
$1,200.
Check out Mr. Chicken over here. He's likely on a goof-off mission. However, Seth seems to be pretty annoyed. Oh, here's how he neutralized the chicken threat.
Are you seriously gonna buy something, or are you just...
You ain't even let me see.
Dude, now you're bothering me. In a second, Byron's about to choke a chicken.
Oh, choke a chicken?
He's about to.
All right, look. Make a deal.
Byron, want a piece of chicken?
You touching chicken?
Come on, man, let's go.
Man, you know what? You ain't got to touch me.
Angry mom. This mama's boy strolls into the store, peddling his speaker. Seth's deal? Not winning any gold stars. Looks like our dude here is stuck in a pickle.
I got a speaker. You got multiple speakers.
We needs a masterclass in manners. Let's dial up an apology for his bad language. Minute paint. Take a breath, people. We've got an artist in the house waving the pro flag and live painting. He's gonna whip up a masterpiece before the big boss, Les.
Tell me about your clothes.
Well, this is all happenstance from what I do. I'm an artist. I do these paintings, and I do them live.
What does that mean?
He paints a 4-foot by 5-foot painting in basically 4.5 to 10 minutes.
Whoa, talk about a high-stakes showdown. This show's seen more tricks than a magician's hat. No crystal ball here. Let's buckle up and watch the masterpiece unfold.
Go! We're at 2:20.
5 minutes. 2 minutes left.
Oh my god, that skill's on fire! Our paintbrush skills are lost at best. But looky here, Mr. Pro's got his bag of tricks. Here's what Les has to offer.
$100.
If we can meet it up to 500,
I'll go a couple $100.
deal for 200.
Deal.
You got it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love it. I love it.
Disrespecting Ashley. This man is on the hunt through the shop, spotting a visit. Well, Les ain't having any of it. He's diving in for some sense talk. Couch. Fresh in a new city? The furniture hunt's on. And guess where you score budget-friendly items? Yup, the pawn shop. Have a look.
We have used furniture, and we give deals. Our used furniture sometimes has things on it.
Why is it so freaking dirty, man?
Because it's used. That's why it's $397.77.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
What's the dilemma here, man? Buying a used sofa at a pawn store and expecting showroom shine? Your brain might not function properly to have such an expectation, sir.
Let me try this out, man. I'll tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
Make me a deal. I got cash in my pocket, man.
Wow,
come on, man.
$200.
Come on.
Did you catch the words he just uttered? Mr. Couch is clueless about the league he's stepping into. Time for him to gear up because Les is on the horizon.
Okay, it's time to go.
Come on, man.
Come on. Here we go.
Yeah, come on, man.
Here, come
yeah,
on.
Man, come on. Don't make my... Come on, man.
This is how we do it in the D. Yeah, walk out. Walk out, my man.
Deal with the devil. Here's a spooky one. This might not be your regular Tuesday, because this time, the devil isn't at the crossroads, but at the pawn shop trying to sell his gold for cash.
How old are you?
2,500 years old.
Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad.
So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. I don't want gold. I want money.
I think he's crazy. But interesting fact, people, this time around, you don't have to give your soul in return, but some cash, and the devil's good to go. Here's what happened next.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want?
Tell me what you give me.
I could have gotten $650 for this stuff.
Can't do it. Give me $650.
Les hasn't ever made a deal with the devil. But this time around, he's willing to crack this one, being ready to outwit even the Mark Trickster.
You want $610?
I take $650.
I can't give it to you.
I guess we don't have a deal.
Watch your punk ass up, but you ain't getting my car. You I got my laptop home. I ain't leaving this bitch till you give me my money. I need my
Time to go.
No.
My friend's laptop. Are you low on cash? How about you swipe your laptop, hoping to make a quick profit at the nearest pawn shop? If you want to give it a try, just watch what you're heading into.
What the hell? You mean to tell me you don't stole my damn laptop and I don't blame them damn kids for this damn laptop? All this damn. That's how you don't blame me? We supposed to be friends? Got me up. Take my laptop.
Ugh, that tension, right, folks? However, our big boss Les was unable to fully comprehend the conflict. And he couldn't care less. These people were just up to making a fool of themselves.
I think that these women were fighting over laptops.
Watch your punk ass home, bitch! Watch your punk ass home! Cause you ain't getting my mother car, you bitch! I got my laptop home!
But we, being a sucker for drama, sorted it all out. Apparently, somebody's valued belongings were stolen by their BFF. What chance do they have of surviving this unthinkable betrayal?
And my laptop all this time, and I'm thinking these
Okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
all this time, my laptop was missing, but I got my laptop. That's all that matters.
All right.
Earring error. In the dazzling world of pawn shops, we find a woman aiming to part ways with her prized earrings. But only if things were that simple, then there wouldn't be a whole show made out of it.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money. Pawn my mother jewelry.
We all know that our big boss here has quite a keen eye for the merchandise he deals with. And warning, you better watch out if you try to sell him a knockoff.
These are real.
They are real earrings. They're just not real diamonds.
They are.
No, they're not.
They are real. How the you gonna tell me just by looking at my that they not real?
They're not real.
As things were getting hot, the woman kept getting non-negotiable. That definitely makes a reality TV treat. Keep it coming, girls.
Ladies that act like ladies are treated like ladies.
No, it don't work like I ain't leaving this bitch till you give me my money. I need my mother air.
Time to go.
Stubborn guy. Our Mr. Clumsy here managed to turn his girlfriend's car all wrecked up. Now, he's off to pawn his genius-level ideas to fix the car and his relationship.
I need to pay my court fees. I got a DUI, crashed my car. Well, her car. I took her car with a couple friends.
You just need to get as much as you can.
It's not your damn business. I'm here for you.
All full of himself, he went all gangsta mode on Seth, trying to get money for 2 of his rings. Did it work? Nope. However, things were about to get more annoying.
What's the highest you'd go?
$900.
That's ridiculous.
Tell him what it is.
No, don't tell me what to do. Stop talking. Stand behind me.
What's the problem?
Tell her to stand behind me. This is men talking right now.
Our boy's respect for his girlfriend shines through as the negotiations heat up. Hold on to your seat, because this encounter was a true lesson in having proper manners.
Maybe we should just take the money.
That. Stop talking.
Dude, seriously, why are you such an ass?
No, you need.
No, I don't need to. You're my store. It is my
property.
business. It's not your property.
Do I
She's her
tell
own
your
person.
property what to do?
Hopefully one day she'll wisen up, move on, and realize that this guy's a complete tool.
Seat Showdown Comedy. In a strange pawn shop turned into an airplane seat sale, things got wild when a gutsy and unusual woman decided to turn the whole event into a comedy show. Picture her like a sneaky cat strolling over to a chair and ignoring the "don't sit" sign as if it were garbage. It was as if your rebellious grandma suddenly took center stage, tossing caution and posters to the wind. Then in comes the lady running the shop, armed with politeness and a simple request for the lady to give up the seat. Little did she know she was about to get into a funny showdown with our cool and calm customer. The woman, looking super confident and mischievous, said, "Just let me be," treating the chair like her personal throne.
Okay, these are for sale. We don't have like a trial and error.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to buy them. I'm just trying to try them out.
As if that was not funny enough, the secret guards jumped into the blend. The shopkeeper, determined to bring order back, tried nicely to get the bold woman out of her comfy spot. But our fearless main character was not having it, bravely declaring, "You cannot make me move."
And what you can do is leave me the alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes the guard trying to lift her off the seat. Suddenly, there's a big scene. The woman, now a pro at making a show, indicted the guard of bothering her and indeed threw in the surprise of claiming it was sexual harassment. The pawn shop turned into a stage for a solo performance, with our main character making up the script on the spot.
No, thank you.
You want to
No,
here
no, you can get your hand up. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off.
But the comedy did not stop there. Wanting to leave with a bang, our leading lady dramatically fell to the bottom, blaming the confused guard for pushing her. The shop, once a place for buying and selling, turned into a theater for a funny play where reality and silliness conflicted in the most hilarious way.
Girl,
You pushed me.
What? I didn't touch. Did I touch you?
And just like that, the woman in the pawn shop left everyone. Guard, shopkeeper, and onlooker scratching their heads, wondering if they had just witnessed the craziest pawn shop show ever.
I'm not going anywhere.
Do whatever you want.
And we can have a staring contest.
Joe Sofa Saga. In a pawn shop full of weird and wonderful things, a guy named Joe was on a mission for the perfect SETI. The man was on a tight budget, but his bullishness was as high as his hopes of chancing a hidden treasure among the fine furniture.
Well, here's the deal. I just moved from New Jersey. My wife and I. We just bought a house, and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up.
Perfect. Let's find some.
He spotted a couch that looked like it had been through a lot. The man with a hopeful look asked the shopkeeper if they could clean it before he bought it. Little did the man know, this couch had a history. Spills, stains, and all sorts of weird stuff. The shopkeeper, trying not to burst into laughter, convinced the man it was a great deal without mentioning the hidden surprises.
So inexpensive, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, that's nasty.
Not giving up, the man confidently sat on the couch, comparing the dirt on it to his shoes.
I'll tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
With a serious face, he said, "I'm pretty sure my shoes are cleaner than this thing." He even tried to make a deal, $200 for the not-so-great couch.
$397.77.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
It was a deal only Joe could find reasonable in the world of craziness. The real laughter started when this man, without thinking much, joked that if the couch were the shopkeeper's daughter, she must be a nasty one. The line between funny and awkward was getting blurry.
We had a reupholster and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty, too.
Out of the blue, a guard, called in by the offended shopkeeper, rushed in like a superhero. Joe was lifted off the couch and thrown out of the store, leaving everyone laughing. Guy in the refrigerator. In this episode of Hardcore Pawn, we are taken to the time when a crazy man entered the shop, and when no one was looking, he took refuge in the refrigerator for reasons unknown. Thankfully, this man had spotted the crazy man and went to Ashley and others to let them know. At first, no one would believe him, but by the looks, he looked quite genuine, so they followed him up to the spot where the fridge was. Still hardly believing the man, they went to open the fridge, and boom! The man was curled up inside, about to make the refrigerator its new cozy little home.
I don't know what y'all doing over here. There's some mother in the refrigerator.
What?
The whole situation was so absurd that not a single person in the whole shop could believe that there was a whole person hiding inside there. Good thing that they have security in the shop, so the man got what he deserved.
What the are you doing?
Fake earrings. Two sassy black queens strut into the pawn shop, flaunting earrings worth $350. The seller, bewildered, questions their cash craving. They snap back.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Honey, our financial drama is an Oscar-winning secret. The seller innocently inquires about the swearing, prompting the girl to unleash a verbal firework.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money.
As he fumbles to record the chaos, he realizes these queens can turn from pawn shop patrons to drama divas faster than his slowest sale. Talk about a speedy emotional roller coaster.
Why are you swearing?
Because you asking me why I'm coming in here to handle my business.
In the midst of the jewelry saga, it's a linguistic roller coaster. The seller's ears are bombarded with jewelry, loan me my money, and a kid-eating crisis.
What does my sign say?
Jewelry and loan. This jewelry, loan me my money. I got to feed my kid.
The drama unfolds faster than a soap opera, leaving him nervously counting non-existent diamonds. Talk about a pawn shop sitcom.
Man, you getting on my nerves, dog.
How'd you get
You ain't even looked at my
Do you know that these aren't real?
In the sizzling pawn shop showdown, the women insist their earrings are as real as their sass. The seller, sweating in the Lacote, tries to diplomatically handle the diva duo. It's a battle of bling, attitude, and a heat wave, all under the watchful eye of leather-clad thermometers. Comedy gold.
How the you gonna tell me just by looking at my that they not real?
They're not real.
As the Queen of Sass declares her exit, she throws shade like confetti. Insults rain down, targeting the seller's wrinkled-up hair and questionable fashion choices. With a parting shot about a jury and long bow ass, she exits, leaving the pawn shop in stitches and the seller questioning his life choices.
I ain't leaving this till you give me my money. I need my mother did.
Coloring book. Ashley enters confidently, challenging authority. Seth tries to manage the chaos. Tension rises as they clash, leaving everyone puzzled.
Don't come in here thinking that you know everything in your. Like,
I didn't know
you
anything.
should go off and like run back to Hawaii where you bought that shirt.
Unearthed gems, a JFK coloring book from '62, and a Frank Zappa one from '82. Mom's surprise drawer is found. Now, the shop's in for a laugh, unraveling the tale behind these quirky relics.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a John F. Kennedy coloring book from 1962 and a...
Laugh out loud scene as the seller confesses to buying a Frank Zappa coloring book at 25, never cracking it open. Now, with 3 daughters in college, it's a hilarious quest for cash. The quirky relics become the center stage for a funny exchange in the pawn shop.
So why do you want to get rid of it since you loved him so much?
Well, I have 3 daughters in college and I need money.
The negotiation dance continues as the seller justifies prices, leaving room for haggling. Tension rises comically as the buyer feels snapped at. The shopkeeper offers a research break, declaring, "I'm not in a hurry," in this pawn shop sitcom starring quirky characters.
Okay, do you want to give me some time to do a little research on this,
You can
or?
have all the time you need. I'm not in a hurry.
The plot thickens as Ashley discovers the price coloring book online for $8.75, triggering a hilarious spat.
I didn't say any of that
Can
to
you
you.
read that? $8.75.
So make me an offer.
0.
She hilariously expresses her dismay, accusing the customer of rushing and shoving a phone in her face.
I'm looking at the one that he wanted $50 on, and I pull it off, and it says $8.75.
The bickering ensues, with both claiming they're not married, adding an amusing layer to the pawn shop sitcom.
I have to take him out this way. That's how much he pissed me off.
In the ongoing pawn shop drama, Ashley delivers a sassy retort to the customer, suggesting he adds value nowhere and jokes about returning to Hawaii. The banter continues as another worker calls out Ashley for being rude.
I think you're disgusting and rude. I didn't say any of that
Can
to
you
you.
read that? $8.75.
Leading to a comical exchange where Ashley dismisses them to focus on yourself. The workplace comedy unfolds with quirky characters and witty comebacks.
You don't add value to the organization.
I have one. Well, thank you so much. But the next time you send my paycheck, you can tell me how to work.
Parking lot. Cue the workplace alarm. The notorious parking lot gambler is back, and the office crew is on high alert. With a battle cry of "Let's go get him!" they embark on a mission to catch the elusive man of many lands, or as they dub him, that lady Pakistan. Office drama just hit the jackpot.
What?
Gambling again in the parking lot.
Meet Robert Robertson, the maestro of sports memorabilia, introducing himself to Dennis in a pawn shop saga. The plot thickens as he unveils a treasure trove of Detroit Lions autographs salvaged from his sister's basement flood. Forget superheroes, this guy's heroics involve rescuing signatures during a Union picket line water ballot.
All right. Here's Robert.
Robert,
nice
I'm
to meet
Dennis.
you.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. You might be interested in.
In the wild world of pawn shops, Dennis is hit with a first, an NFL labor strike poster. As Robert pitches his Union picket line relic, Dennis, caught between fandom and frugality, contemplates the value. It's a negotiation dance where even the poster's wrinkles have a say, and Dennis dreams of a dad who'd splurge on a heartbeat.
What, Steve Bacchus?
This is the first time a guy actually brought in an NFL labor strike poster.
Dennis and Seth, the dynamic pawn shop duo, are advised to step up their deal-closing game. In the battle of signatures, Robert's pitch clashes with Dennis's detective skills. It's a showdown of history versus water stains, where even a tear is more drama than a soap opera. Selling history hard, selling water-stained history a comedic challenge.
One just like this, mint though, and he got $950 for it.
Right, so if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
In this hilarious haggling carnival, the pawn shop pros are on their knees, throwing cash offers at Robert for the water-stained NFL labor strike poster. It's a dollar dance-off with Dennis and Seth, and they're juggling 20s like it's a comedy club. In the end, it's 5 20s that win the bid, leaving Robert with a pocket full of paper and the pawn shop crew high-fiving over their historic steal.
$75?
No way.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now would make.
Good day, sir. Have a good day, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, mother.
Oh, man.
Who the you calling him? Really?
the ugliest Toothless I've ever seen in my life.
Check out the wildest, most intense moments on Hardcore Pawn, where customers and staff bring the heat. And also get ready for some serious craziness at the pawn shop. Just another day at the pawn shop where we've got a mix of decent customers and, well, some pretty pathetic ones. Take this guy, for example. He may seem all laid back, but is he really?
What you got here?
That's a watch my grandmother gave me.
Wow, this dude received a watch from his grandma, which is pretty sweet, right? But here's the thing. He's convinced it's solid gold and expects a fat stack of cash for it. Well, let's hook him up with the amount he's hoping for. Let's find out.
500.
The problem is the metal on it is just stainless steel.
Well, the metal on it is just stainless steel, so that's disappointing. But how will this guy take it?
Yeah, you see this discoloration on the side?
No.
You don't see the rose?
Whoa, hold up. This dude just flat out rejected it without even taking a peek. Talk about a major red flag, am I right? Less than explain.
In between the links were gold plated. The gold plating had rubbed off. The watch had no value.
And then this guy's like, can I get someone else to check it out then? Because Les shut down his hopes of getting any cash. Whoa, okay, Mr. Expert. This dude is seriously not happy about it.
Value.
It does have value.
How about your chain? You want to pawn me your chain?
Anyway, being the sweetheart that he is, Les brings in another dude for a second opinion, just to be fair. But what happens next is totally mind-blowing and straight up disrespectful. Brace yourself for this one. It's gonna shock you.
Does this bozo know what he's doing?
Well, I wouldn't really call him names.
Seriously, this dude needs to chill and get a grip. I mean, who does he even think he is? Anyway, from that point on, things started spiraling down, and honestly, it's for all the right reasons.
500. Nothing. Stop being a bitch.
Now, Les ain't about to tolerate any disrespect, and nobody should. And this jerk is about to experience a dose of his own medicine. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. Check out what Les has in store for him.
Give me my mother... Man, come over here and pick this bitch.
Oh man, this dude is about to get serious flipping off, I kid you not. You know what goes down with idiots like him? They're in for a rude awakening.
You, get him here.
Let's go, my man. Have a good day, sir. Have a good...
Gotta admit, that was seriously hilarious. What did Les have to lose? Nothing at all. But this guy, oh yeah, he got exactly what he deserved. The man just couldn't stop with the curses.
Sir, let yourself out. Let yourself out.
Oh, you think this was intense? Well, hold on tight because you haven't seen anything yet. So this dude walks in, right? And he brings in some equipment, no beating around the bush, and straight up expects a cool $100 for it. Can you believe that?
Like, I'm trying to get at least $100 for it. $100? Yeah. I won't even be able to sell it for...
Well, the guy just flat out tells him that there's no way he can cough up $100. So the customer's disappointed, but hey, at least he's keeping his cool, right?
So how much can you give me, man? $20?
Well, we're clueless about what this dude's gonna pull off next. But hold up. Seth comes swooping in to handle the situation like a boss. Let's see how he tackles it.
Sitting on the back? Do you know what it is?
It don't matter how many you sitting on in the back.
Because then I can't...
Well, things are seriously heating up, and it's turning into a real mess. Seth tries to talk some sense into the guy, but he's just not cooperating. And instead, he's shouting like there's no tomorrow.
Dollars for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean...
Really, you paid $200.
So Seth breaks it down for him, saying it's not even worth $100. But this dude is now causing a scene, making a big fuss that's grabbing everyone's attention, to be honest.
I'm trying to get money for it. I've been waiting in this line for an hour. I need more than...
This guy seriously needs to calm down. He's dropping way too many curse words. And honestly, it's gonna be his one-way ticket out of the shop. That's when Les steps in to take charge. Let's see how that plays out.
You gonna do old man?
Who are you calling old mother?
Old man?
No way, he actually said that? Like seriously, what the heck? This guy just keeps digging his own grave, making the situation even worse for himself. Brace yourself, because what he does next is gonna leave you absolutely stunned.
Really, mother?
I got this. I got it. You wanna give me more than one?
Oh my god, seriously? Can you believe it? This dude actually tried to mess with Les and thought he could get away with it without being kicked out. That's some messed up behavior right there. Like, what on earth was he even thinking?
Wait for an hour.
Really? Me? You?
Well, he totally got what he deserved. But guess what? That's not even the end of it. Now, this lady is seriously contemplating whether she should go for it or not. So, what's your take on it, guys? You think she'll end up taking it or not? Hold up. Is that for real? She whips out a gift card with all this confidence, and hey, is that some kind of new payment method now? Ashley looks totally baffled by this turn of events.
Not a gift cards.
What would you call it?
These are
preferred customer.
Right.
And she goes on to explain the situation. Talk about major agitation right off the bat. This lady is seriously caught off guard and maybe just can't handle the fact that it's not a gift card. And well, she's getting a bit too aggressive, folks. You know, the kind that usually gets shown the door and tossed out of the shop. Props to Ashley for still trying to explain things calmly and patiently.
Where do you see a swipe thing on this? Do you see a
Someone needs to rein in this woman because the way she's throwing a fit over a gift card is seriously ridiculous. I mean, does she not even realize how foolish she looks? Just look at her, still going on and making an absolute spectacle of herself. And last but not least, we get this other dude who goes absolutely bonkers. But here's the kicker. It's not about something he wants to buy or pawn. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth set him off then? Well, keep watching to find out.
Hey, how you doing? I'm here to buy an engagement ring.
No kidding, this guy is actually here to buy an engagement ring. Whoa, that's some exciting news, isn't it? Les coolly presents a selection of engagement rings, and you'd think everything would go smoothly, right? Well, except for the blaring car horns outside, because of course, nothing can be too easy. Oh, damn. So that's the reason for all the honking? There's a massive truck just sitting smack in the middle of the parking lot. Now, take a wild guess. Whose truck do you think that might be? Come on, give it a shot. It's not rocket science.
Semi-truck.
And then it's white gold.
That's me.
Sir, can you...
Ding, ding, ding. It's none other than this guy. So Les politely requests him to move his truck from there. And what do you think his response was?
Find your place to park?
Oh man, come on now. I'm in a hurry. I can't be moving my truck in this.
Yikes, did he seriously say that? I mean, how do some people not have basic common sense? Did he genuinely think he was doing the right thing? Les is clearly not putting up with it, and you could totally see that.
You don't have an option. You have to move your truck. I'll be more than happy to show
Can you believe this guy had the nerve to straight up say no? Well, let me tell you, things are about to take a turn for the worse for him. But just when he thought he couldn't dig himself any deeper, he goes ahead and proves you wrong.
Why are you so rude?
I'm not moving the damn truck.
Byron, take over.
Well, obviously he's about to get kicked out, and trust me, you gotta watch this. It's absolutely hilarious.
Move the truck. Come on, man. That's wrong, bro. Next time, parking on the freeway.
This dude should be totally embarrassed about his behavior. And oh boy, he didn't stop there. He just kept on going. And the last straw was this.
Move your truck!
Silver Surfer. Oh, guess what? We've got a bona fide comic enthusiast here. Big surprise. Like, who isn't, right? Well, this guy's taking his passion to a whole new level. Feast your eyes on what he brings in.
That's the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Life size.
Tell me about it.
Well, this was a display for the Fantastic Four Rise of the Surfer movie. They made 1,500 of these, and plywood board. It is wrapped in a vac metal plastic wrap.
Oh, what a shocker. It's a collector's item. But hold up emotions, people, because it's got a price tag. I'm not sure if the experts are going to agree.
Well, online, these things go for $3,000. Actually, Silver Surfer was voted in the top 50 recognizable comic book heroes in America. I mean, I really went $2,000 for it.
I am willing to buy this from you for $500.
Hey, genius. If you're after that dream price, maybe hit up a comic store. Selling your treasure trove at a pawn shop? Yeah, real brainiac move here, buddy.
900 bucks. That's it. Think I'm gonna have to walk. All right, well, it was a pleasure. We're gonna go surfing on home. See you later.
Custom-made electric chair. Folks, take a puff. We've witnessed all sorts of weirdness at the pawn shop, but this fella's cranked it up a notch. Check out his wild sell list.
So tell us a little bit about him.
We have Halloween retail stores. This is a custom-made electric chair. There's a whole show if you guys want to see it.
Sure, go ahead, show us.
Hell yeah!
I'm really into this kind of thing. This might be the new feature at my house on Halloween.
Oh, just what we all need. A bedside toy that screams Halloween 24/7. No biggie, except it's art, not like living in a slasher fic or anything.
So we're looking to get about $8,000. Brand new, they're just above $9,000.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Buy a used one that's 6 years old.
Well, the cool thing about this one is that they don't make them like this anymore.
You're right, they don't. The new ones are digital.
Well, guys, Mr. Ambitious over here is dead set on this mystery item. Heaven knows what his grand plan is, but Les has a style for a bargain.
Thank you very much for bringing
Thank
it
you.
in. We appreciate it.
Damn it. I'm a little disappointed that I got to schlep it back home, but, you know, with Michigan being, you know, like the #1 state for haunted houses and attractions and things like that.
Elephant skull haggle. Oh, guess what? No fancy sofa, no blingy ring, and no one-of-a-kind car to pedal? No worries. How about you trade an elephant skull for some greens? Because that's normal, right?
Skull of an elephant.
Really?
Very unusual.
It's very unusual.
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody has ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
Ever wondered where one finds a thing like that? Well, surprise, surprise, there's a thriving market for massive elephant skulls. Yeah, you heard it right. Skull heads.
1,000. That's as low as I'm gonna go.
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are buying now for $2,300 and the Asians are $1,900.
The good part was, it's worth the money. There is a demand for elephant skulls, but I'll be damned if I'm giving it away.
Okay, peeps. When Les locks onto something, prepare for a solar eclipse, because he's not releasing his grip. Anyway, there's a plot twist in this pawn shop drama.
I got $700 $100 bills waiting for me.
$750.
$700. And if you think it's worth $50 for you to schlep it home,
It isn't.
Schlep it.
It isn't.
Schlep it.
I'll give it to you for $7.
You got a deal. Thank you very much.
Thank
Come
you.
right
Thank
over
you.
here. We'll
Thank
take
you.
care
All
of
right.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you.
Bone Rattler. Okay, people, the granddaddy of speed in the house. Ready to snatch up a drag racing car from the pawn shop? Who knew shuffleboard was just a warm-up?
This guy is an expert. He knows all about drag racers. So does Jeff. Jeff is my jeweler, but he's much more knowledgeable with engines than I am. The guy that sold it to me said it cost him $85,000 to put it together.
Probably clipping along at about 250 miles an hour. Fire this puppy up.
I don't know how to start it.
Gather around, youngsters. We got a drag racing sage here, boasting a mere 30 years under his belt. So the wisdom dump is here, as he schools the pawn shop owner.
You know how to start him?
Sure.
I knew you did. How long you been racing dragsters?
For about 30 years.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Mr. Been There, Done That. Let's see if your drag racing tales can seal this deal or take a nosedive. Now, coming straight to the negotiation.
20 grand.
7,500.
I don't think so. If you give me the money today, 15,000. I'll throw the skeletons in for free. We have a deal for 15,000?
I guess so.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Enjoy
day.
your new car.
Mechanical Bull. Ah, the good old days of Wild West bull riding and rugged cowboys. Some dude missed the memo that it's not exactly the trendiest scene nowadays. Time to catch up, y'all.
Going for a ride in my parking lot, or what are we doing?
Let's have a little fun, girl.
We're trying to sell our mechanical bull.
Why do you have it?
A Western-themed restaurant bar before, and that was the theme. We put the bull into the bar.
Well, slap on those cowboy hats. We got ourselves a scene here. But seriously, who's taking bets on whether they can wrangle a decent price for that rodeo-style bull riding?
Let's say you were to buy these brand new. How much do they cost?
They cost around $15,000 to $20,000.
How much do you want?
$15,000.
So if I was to buy this brand new or buy this used from you, it's the same price.
Rental companies rent these out for $750 a day. There's a lot of revenue potential.
Ah! Man, sad to see these alpha men taking back their bull home. But folks, hold on to your hats. Maybe Ashley has something else in her mind.
3,000 right now.
45.
31.
39, you pack it up. That's my bottom dollar.
34.
I can't do it.
Sorry, good luck.
Dr. Death's van. Step right up, viewers. You've heard of Dr. Death, but today's highlight is the van that spotlights as the ride for assisted suicides. Because nothing says vacation like a one-way ticket, right?
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian.
By Dr. Death.
This is the actual van that he did his first and several other assisted suicides in.
Jack Kevorkian was an iconic figure in the city of Detroit.
We're not aiming for a Valley of Chrome farewell tour this time. Mr. Big Bucks here wants a six-figure sum. Brace yourselves, because Les has his few concerns all queued up.
It is a piece of history.
I like buying weird.
You won't find another one.
The problem is, it doesn't make sense to spend 6 figures on something like this for me.
Well, you either love it or hate it.
But I love it. This is definitely a piece of Detroit.
A van oozing that delightful combo of creepiness and death vibes. So legit. However, why not throw in another expert opinion? Let's see how that went.
So 10,000 ain't gonna buy it.
No, I'm in the 6-figure range.
20 grand?
No.
25 grand. 30 grand.
50 grand?
30.
One time. 50.
30 cash right now.
Bizarre bikini. Check out this granny of the century who strolls into the pawn shop with an elderly figure that has a lot to do with, I don't know. You have a look and maybe you decide.
Which is the doll?
I heard that. I'm undressing her.
What can I say? A really nasty looking woman, but a very cool item.
Yep, that's about accurate. You just saw a long-legged granny in a bikini. All the efforts are done in the name of art. However, our granny here invested in this model.
How much did you want for this thing?
I'd like to get $500 for it. This thing is art.
It's a very cool item, but not for that price. I mean, she's really cute. I mean, she's really fun to look at, but it's not going to be even close to 500 bucks.
Never mind, that was gonna be a deal breaker. Unless Les had some more quotes to add to the art piece, this stirs things up for the selling mix.
Here this woman was playing my game, and I was losing.
200.
190. I'll take her.
Will he stop?
Okay, schlep it home.
You know, I heard my dad saying it wasn't worth the extra $10. Bull.
She wants 200.
Latex vacuum bed. Look who's spicing up the pawn shop scene. This dynamic duo's got a latex vacuum fetish bed up for grabs. You know, just your average afternoon errand.
Latex vacuum bed.
A what?
A latex vacuum bed.
So you have sex with latex?
Pretty much.
It's like the autoerotic asphyxiation is what
Pretty
it is,
much,
correct?
yeah.
Bobby J surprisingly knew exactly what this thing was.
All right, I was wondering, who needs candlelit dinners when you can have vacuum-sealed intimacy? I'm not here to judge. However, here's a quick demonstration.
So normally when Felix has his hand over his mouth, normally what they like.
I actually used it.
Are you breathing? There we go.
Not gonna work. It's working.
Everyone's a critic when it comes to, what's the word? Innovative sleeping arrangements. Yeah, there we go. And we aren't sure if that ever went up for the big sale.
Used it.
So how could you not want to do this with him?
Because I don't want to suffocate.
It's not for everybody. I'm familiar with the bed. Very much so.
Just imagine having sex now. He don't have to hold you.
Perfect. Well, now we got that out of the way.
Just a normal fine day when this guy walks into the pawn shop that belonged to his Aunt Mary. And guess what? She wasn't just some guitar lover or a casual Les Paul fan. So the seller is hoping to get $250,000 for this collection. The big question is it really worth that much? And is it still in good enough condition to fetch a high price? Let's find out. But someone in the comments section went all out and said that those papers would fetch a whopping $190,000 if Joe Bonamassa got his hands on them. Another user totally agreed with him and even said that if this guitar showed up in the right magazine, some millionaire rock star would easily drop at least $200,000 for it. But here's the main part. Did the pawn shop actually make any profit? Hell yeah, they did. Once the show aired, they wasted no time and threw that bad boy up on eBay. And guess what? They scored a whopping $110,000 for it. They ended up making a cool $20,000 profit, guys. Now that's what I call a successful hustle. Next up, we have a customer who came in trying to sell a sword that was supposedly forged by the famous Yasutsugu family, known for making weapons for badass samurais back in the day. But here's the twist. The seller looked familiar to Corey. It turned out that he had been there before to sell a trophy. You'll be thinking what kind of trophy it must be. Maybe some ancient artifact or something, right? But nope, it was actually a Grammy Award. Yes, all in excitement, Rick bought it, but later he found out that it was not allowed to be sold. Oops, I can see a great loss there. Because of that now, they had to be extra careful before dealing with this sword. They weren't sure if it was a legit samurai sword or just some ninja knockoff. The seller is a lawyer and claimed he had received the sword as payment for his legal work. Pretty cool, huh? Some users are even cracking jokes about why the guy was so willing to sell such a masterpiece. One such comment was he must have been scared of his wife's anger, whose eyes are always fixated on that sword. And if she ever gets her hands on it, she's ready to knock him off. Talk about a dangerous situation. Another user said he got robbed? Well, we have to wait to see the actual plot. Taking the lawyer's word for it, Corey decided to take the risk, and then he went ahead with the purchase, even without having an expert to check its authenticity. I mean, let's be real, that was pretty foolish, right? I mean, who was going to check if the thing was actually legit or not? So they asked the seller how much he wanted for it, and he said $5,000. The buyers were skeptical about its condition and started throwing offers as low as $800. That's a crazy drop. But the seller fought back, saying every bit of that sword is worth the full $5,000.
If you're gonna hold my feet to the fire and make me pay as much as I can, it's gonna be $1,500. I'll come down to $2,000. I've got 5 of them right there.
The shop wasn't ready to pay that much without knowing more about it, so Corey went up to $1,200. He was trying to get the best deal he could, but the seller didn't budge. They went back and forth until finally the seller settled for Corey's offer of $1,500 just to get Rick off his back for that Grammy thing. After buying the sword, Corey was not at peace and was restlessly waiting for the expert who was out of town during the appraisal. Finally, he got to meet up with Mike Yamasaki, the expert, and Corey explained how he took a shot in the dark and bought the sword without knowing if it's actually worth the money. So, after taking a small glimpse at it, Mike recognized it as a samurai sword and told Corey the history of the sword. He stated that after World War II, around 3 million Japanese swords were taken out of Japan by the occupying forces. In those days, the Japanese warriors, also known as samurai, were skilled professional fighters, and the samurai sword was like their badge of honor. If you didn't have one, no way you could call yourself a samurai, man. Then Mike decided to inspect the sword and took a closer look at it.
This is the proper way to take apart a Japanese sword. They've been doing this style for centuries.
Well, after the inspection was done, the expert discovered that the sword belonged to a super important samurai with ties to Japan's imperial family, probably from the 5th generation. Now, here was the interesting part. The Yasutsugu family only worked for high-level samurai, and their signature mark, like a logo, was detailed on the handle. It's the family crest of the Tokugawa family, who ruled Japan for a couple of centuries. And if anyone tried using it without permission, they'd end up losing their heads, along with their whole damn family. Scary, right? Well, it seemed that the sword had some serious historical value. Now, the big question is, how much is it worth in today's time? After considering the condition, the expert estimated that it can be restored for around $3,000. But here's the exciting part. After the restoration and blade sharpening, Corey could potentially sell it for a whopping $15,000. That's a tenfold increase from what he paid for it initially. So there you have it. Corey took a risk, bought the sword without knowing its true value, and it turned out to be a jackpot. But that was indeed a risky game. But does it always turn out to be luck, or sometimes they just lose everything? Well, we'll see this in the next episode, where a customer from Season 16 walks into the pawn shop, hoping that the shop will take his 1700s flintlock pistol off his hands. This thing is ancient, and looks fascinating for being so damn old. But the funny part, the gun looked puke-colored.
Did you do the amazing restoration on it?
I did not.
Well, let's talk about the history of this gun. Now, the invention of the flintlock pistol back in 1615 was a total game-changer in warfare. But here's the thing. Hector, the seller, had no idea about the pistol's origin. It was passed down to him by his father, and he's looking to score $500 for it. But Rick has some concerns. It's pretty darn obvious that this thing has been messed with. So he decided to call in his arms expert, who knows his stuff when it comes to guns. Finally, the expert Alex Kramer arrived. He's the CEO of International Military Antiques. He takes one look at the pistol and straight up calls it ugly. Ouch! Apparently, some shoddy paint job messed up the gun, and it can't even be opened properly. But hey, on the bright side, the details and engravings on the pistol are top-notch. They got this fancy style called grotesque, with all these weird-looking human and animal shapes. And the markings underneath are high quality too. Too bad the paint on the lock is so thick that they can't even see the gun maker's name. That would have helped figure out when and where it was made. Now Rick's super curious if this thing is actually worth anything. The expert takes a quick look and comes up with an estimate.
I think it would be about $1,000.
Once we restore it, if I can get it functional, I think it's at least $3,000.
With that estimated value in mind, Rick decides to make an offer.
So, I will give you 150 bucks and relieve you of your problem.
What'd you do, 250?
Damn, just 150 bucks? Even though Alex said it was worth $5 grand. Rick always pulls out the excuse that it's hard to sell, and there aren't many buyers out there. After a short negotiation, the seller settles for a mere $200. I know, unbelievable and kinda unacceptable. But since the gun isn't in great working condition, I guess it was the best they could do. Rick decided to take a chance and handed the gun over for restoration. Will it hit the jackpot or lose his $200? Let's see. After a successful restoration job, Rick receives some surprising news about the gun's value. It has brought back all the original details and made it look absolutely gorgeous. And guess what? It turned out even better than expected.
With all of the engraving on the brass, that grotesque mask came out really well.
Oh, it did come out amazing.
But Alex hasn't tested it yet because he wanted Rick to witness its sight. And the best part? If this baby shoots, Rick might get a whopping $5,000. Damn. Well, let's watch if it works.
I got my headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Yeah! Oh, it worked perfect!
So after successfully restoring the item and getting it in working condition, Rick could be making $5,000 on an item he bought for just $200. That's a crazy profit of $4,800. Absolutely hard to believe, right? Someone even commented that Rick straight up robbed Hector in broad daylight. Users are not holding back with their savage opinions. Well, keeping everything aside, this was indeed one of the craziest profits earned at Pawn Star Shop. Moving on, which has two heads. So what we got here is a Russian order, and that's what this medal represents. It's a piece of history that dates back 800 years. Pretty neat, huh? Well, neat in the sense of 800 years of Poland's struggles, constantly being conquered, reconquered, and fighting for their freedom throughout their entire history. Users also shared how this whole episode reminded them of their beloved history classes back in their school days. It brought back memories of learning about the triumphs, tragedies, dramas, and even the occasional humor that filled those lessons. With the background story out of the way, Rick finally gets down to the burning question. What's the damn thing worth? Because obviously he bought it without knowing its worth. Okay, so we're talking about a medal of Fabergé quality here. Crazy enough to give Rick some hope. Sadly, Craig has some serious concerning news for him. Apparently, the market for this specific medal is pretty thin. He can't cash, but hey, Craig's always got a solution up his sleeve. So, shop to meet Rick and brought with him some exciting news. He got in contact with a guy in Germany who has a box for this medal, has the ribbon for it, and even the breast star. It's all part of a set, you see, but there's a big hole in the guy's box, specifically for the neck order. And Craig just knew that he finally found a potential buyer for the medal, someone who needs to complete their set. Now, both the parties are ready to strike a deal. One person made a comment praising the honesty of Craig, noting how he offered a price range for the medal that matched its actual value of $30,000 to $40,000. Despite knowing that Rick had only paid $6,000 for it, Craig could have easily offered a lower price, like $12,000, and made a huge profit. But instead, he respected Rick and still managed to make some money while being fair. This man named Randy walked into the store with a huge-ass vending machine. He believes that his machine is from the 1940s.
Candy?
Yes, sir.
You know who loves candy, right? This guy.
Well, chum, we know your love for candies, but is this deal as sweet as them? This machine sure has Chum's heart, but Randy doesn't even know if it works, and neither does he have the keys to it. Well, let us look into what Chum thinks about it and whether he thinks it would be worth the cost.
Just taking a look at it, I mean, it looks pretty rough shape. There is a lot of rust on it.
It sure needs a good restoration, but Randy wants $1,000 for it. Man, it already needs so much work to be done. I personally don't think it's worth investing so much, but who am I to suggest? Oh, how the chum had been schooled by experience. A lesson etched deep into the fibers of his being. Scarred by past misjudgments and Rick's scoldings, he now approached each decision with newfound caution. But hold on to your seats, for the words that spilled from the expert's lips were nothing short of astonishing. Get ready to be astonished, for the expert's revelation is nothing short of extraordinary.
Whoa.
Oh boy. Right? The guts are missing. So what this needs...
Man, it is empty inside. All the mechanisms are missing. The expert saved Chum's ass today on this one. The expert adds that in this condition, the machine is max $300. Whoa, that was a low blow for Randy, it seems. He cannot believe the price dropped from $1,000 to just $300.
Up and running and painted, obviously.
4,500.
4,500. Okay.
Well, this machine is asking too much. Chum noticed it and got the bargain straight from $1,000 to $75, and they just shook hands on $100. But a deal is a deal. Let's see how Chum restored it and made it a good sales machine for his own bars.
Whoa! Holy Chum bar!
Check it out, right?
That is freaking awesome.
Whoa, the machine is brand new again. No one can even imagine how it was before. And I know you're thinking no one got furious here. But hey, the video doesn't end here. You see, Rick was not so happy about the sweet gift lying in the garage.
Why are your candy bars in it?
That's the gift it keeps on giving, Rick. That thing, you can sell it for $6,500 today, dollars off it every day for the rest of its life.
Rick's fury reaches its boiling point as he directs his anger toward Chum. With intense frustration in his voice, he makes it clear that he's had enough. In a sharp and cutting tone, Rick declares that if anyone wants to get their hands on Chum's chocolate bar, they can simply take a stroll across the parking lot and purchase it directly from the store. No more concessions or accommodations. The message is clear. Rick has drawn a line in the sand, leaving Chum to face the consequences of his actions. It's a harsh ultimatum that hangs heavily in the air, leaving Chum to contemplate the future of their strained relationship. Will Chum take the opportunity to make amends, or will the rift between them widen further? Only time will tell how this explosive situation will unfold. The timeless dance of irritation between Chum and Rick, an intricate routine that never fails to provoke a symphony of exasperation. As a well-worn melody played on a perpetual loop, Chum's knack for pushing Rick's buttons has become a legendary saga of vexation and amusement. With each encounter, their interactions tread the line between exasperated sighs and affectionate eye rolls, a delicate balance that keeps the audience captivated. The sparks of frustration fly freely, igniting a wild dynamic that has become an integral part of the show's charm. So, dear observer, prepare yourself for yet another chapter in the saga of Chum and Rick's fierce relationship, where irritation and amusement intertwine in a dance that never ceases to entertain. Did you know that Chum's not just passionate about candies, he is passionate about diving as well? You can't even imagine what he buys next. He goes to buy a sailboat! Yes, you heard it right, a full sailboat. Rick was unhappy about the candy machine. You can't even imagine how he's gonna react to this deal.
Give you that.
The weight of anticipation hangs heavy, like a dark cloud looming overhead. In the midst of this suspenseful moment, Rick's anger simmers beneath the surface, ready to erupt like a volcano. The stakes are high, and the consequences of Chum's potential misstep could be dire. Prepare to have your mind blown. Have you ever heard of a street-legal pirate ship? No worries if you haven't, because it was a revelation for me too. Picture this, a captivating vessel that sails through the streets instead of the high seas. This audacious individual is actually selling a pirate ship that doesn't navigate water, but instead driven around during parades and events. The sheer novelty of this concept is enough to make your jaw drop. Can you imagine the spectacle of a fully decked out pirate ship roaming the streets, spreading swashbuckling cheer and captivating onlookers? It's an unconventional twist on the nautical adventure, where imagination takes flight on wheels instead of waves. A fascinating change that challenges traditional boundaries and sparks the imaginations of all who encounter it.
For a ship, you can actually drive 60 miles an hour on the highway. This is awesome.
In a moment of anticipation, Chum captures a picture of the pirate ship and eagerly sends it to Rick, seeking his seal of approval. It's no secret that Chumley's heart is set on acquiring this extraordinary vessel. However, Rick's response reveals a familiar pattern. He doesn't always share Chum's level of enthusiasm. Despite Chumley's unwavering excitement, Rick's support wavers, casting a shadow of doubt over Chum's aspirations. Nevertheless, amidst the uncertainty, Chumley embarks on an unforgettable adventure on the ship, immersing himself in a world of whimsy and joy. The pirate ship becomes a catalyst for moments of pure bliss as Chumley discovers a sense of freedom and exhilaration that he has never experienced before. It's a testament to the power of chasing dreams, even in the face of skepticism. Join Chumley as he embraces the sheer thrill of sailing on that ship, creating memories that will last a lifetime.
If I can make a deal, Rick will think I'm the man.
As the wind tussled Chumley's hair and the weather played its part, a symphony of elements converged to enhance his adoration for the float even further. Each gust of wind whispered its approval as if urging him to embrace the exhilaration that danced in the air. The perfect weather conditions seemed to align, creating an enchanting atmosphere that heightened his connection with the pirate ship. With every passing moment, Chumlee's affection for the vessel grew as if it were infused with magical essence. In the midst of it all, Chumlee savored the joy and freedom that enveloped him, cherishing the sensation of pure bliss as he sailed through the streets on the ship that had captured his heart. As Chumlee eagerly awaits Rick's response, hoping for validation and support, his heart sinks when he reads the crushing words that appear on his screen. Rick's text delivers a blow that pierces Chumlee's enthusiasm, leaving his spirit wounded and his dreams deflated. The message, like a dagger to the heart, shatters the joy and optimism Chumlee had been clinging to. The heartbreaking reality sets in as he realizes that Rick's words don't align with his own deep-rooted passion for the pirate ship. It's a moment of profound disappointment as Chumlee grapples with the stark contrast between his own excitement and Rick's lack of endorsement. Emotions swirl within him: hurt, confusion, and a tinge of resentment.
I'm sure he's not going to buy it. He doesn't have any money on him.
But he's an idiot.
Amidst the tangled web of desires and concerns, Corey possesses a keen understanding of Chumlee's nature. He recognizes that once the request to abstain is made, Chumlee is unlikely to proceed with the purchase. In this aspect, Rick's fears find resonance in Corey's assessment. The rational part of their minds acknowledges the validity of Rick's concerns. Even if Chumlee were to succumb to impulsive desires and make a foolish decision, the stark truth remains: the price of the pirate ship far surpasses his financial means. It looms above his allowance like an insurmountable hurdle, a barrier that cannot be breached without dire consequences. The clash between longing and practicality creates a dilemma that Chumlee must confront head-on. Will he heed the warnings and let go of the unattainable dream? Or will he risk it all in pursuit of his heart's desire? The outcome hangs precariously in the balance as Chumlee grapples with the weight of responsibility and the allure of the forbidden. The owner wanted $250,000 for it. Man, that is a little too much. The last bargain he could agree on was $190,000, man. That is still so much money. Chumlee was so sure that Rick would want to get it, until he checks his phone.
Do not buy the float. That was Rick, my boss.
The man had been driving Chumlee around all of the efforts in explaining it. And all for what, man? Just to get rejected on a text message?
Whatever. Oh, sorry, man.
Man, I really feel so bad for Chumlee. Everyone gives an attitude to my boy here, and he just takes it all. Well, enough of Chumlee. Sometimes even Rick makes a mistake, and the great Harrison is not at all happy about this one. A captivating scene unfolds as Bill strides into the store, his presence immediately catching the attention of the Pawn Stars crew. In his possession, he carries a Wells Fargo strongbox, an intriguing artifact that exudes a sense of mystery and historical significance. As if that weren't enough, he adds to the spectacle by unveiling antique balls and chains, further piquing the curiosity of everyone present. Bill, confident in his offering, sets the price at a hefty $2,000. A sum that raises eyebrows and sets the stage for a fascinating negotiation.
We got a Wells Fargo strongbox and some antique ball and chain.
Okay, you do have a...
The anticipation builds as the Pawn Stars team contemplates the value and potential of this unique collection. Will they be able to strike a favorable deal that satisfies both Bill's expectations and their own interests? With his vast knowledge and years of experience, Rick's expertise comes to the forefront as he steps into the bargaining arena. Determined to navigate the deal without relying on external advice, confident in his abilities, he draws upon his extensive understanding of historical artifacts and market trends to assess the true value of Bill's offering. Rick's sharp mind is like a well-honed tool, dissecting the details and uncovering the hidden gems within the collection. As the negotiation unfolds, his eloquence and persuasive arguments come alive, revealing a masterful display of wit and intellect. Rick's knowledge becomes a formidable weapon, allowing him to strike a delicate balance between fair pricing and maximizing the potential of the transaction. It's a testament to his experience and a showcase of his ability to thrive in the world of bargaining, showcasing the power of a sharp mind in the pursuit of a favorable deal.
Electrically welded. See how these have arcs from an arc welder?
Sure, okay.
Okay, and my other big concern?
As Rick utters the phrase "other concern," a flicker of suspicion dances in his eyes, indicating that there may be more at play than just the handcuffs. His discerning gaze scrutinizes the items within the Wells Fargo strongbox, sensing something amiss. What could it be? A forged antique? A replica masquerading as a genuine artifact? The anticipation mounts, and the negotiation takes an unexpected turn as Rick dives deeper into his investigation. Determined to unveil the secrets concealed within the box, Rick further adds that the box might actually be real, but the stuff in it is absolutely not. So that made him a little concerned about it, to which the man explains that the stuff was not in the box. He just kept it all in there.
You always see a Wells Fargo strongbox in an old Hollywood Western, so this will definitely get a lot of interest from collectors.
The bargain started at $1,200, but hey, we know Rick. He is damn good at bargains. He finally sealed the deal at $450. But obviously, we need a piece of expert advice over here. Mark, the man with all his knowledge and his beard, is called back to the store.
Have you already bought this? That sounds bad.
Mark further tells Rick the bad news. It was a complete fake.
Damn it, Rick.
Looks like Harrisons get pissed off on this show. But hey, another day, another lesson to be learned, right? Kicking off with this episode, which is sure to give you quite a jolt.
Hey, how's it going?
The episode just starts with a casual conversation between Rick and an old man. But look what he's got. Yes, my friends, you just laid eyes on an 1884 Colt that was used in the Wyoming Range War, also known as the Johnson County War.
Goes with it.
There's nothing like a good book after a good shooting.
That's what I always say.
And not to forget the book that comes with it. I mean, you gotta keep the rare flock together. Rick, as usual, begins his quiz, asked a whole lot of questions before investing his money into something that a normal person would have bought in a heartbeat.
So how exactly did you get the gun?
My father got this from the great-great-granddaughter of Fred Cote.
Are these many questions ever asked while I go to sell something antique? Maybe. How would I know? I've just gone to the shops to buy something, never to sell anything. But wait, it seems like he practiced it the whole night, answered all the questions like a pro. That man did better than the rest of us would do in our lives. Tough college times. Wait, what did my eyes just witness? Rick narrating the whole Wyoming Range War story.
Basically, large cattle barons feuding with really small cattle ranchers. The small guys were stealing cattle.
It felt like a whole history lesson to me. I must say, Rick does have some insane knowledge about antiques. The way he narrated the whole thing was nothing less than an informative history class. Not gonna lie. Moving further, we see Rick's intelligence as he checked all the details provided on the document just like a professional would.
This is a 45 caliber. This is a 45 caliber. It's a 5.5-inch barrel. That's a 5.5-inch barrel.
With this line, when you throw on a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love. I can see he clearly knows how to hit the proper note.
But when you throw in a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love.
Without a second thought, the man quoted $55,000 for the gun. What do you think? Are Rick and the old man on the same page? Well, for you to know that, you have to continue watching.
I'd like $55,000.
$55,000?
And obviously, before getting such a huge amount out of his pocket, he wanted a second opinion on the matter, for which he called an expert.
Get someone down here, he'll tell me if it actually belonged to this guy.
To be honest, I really don't get it. How can one identify if it's original or fake by just looking at some words written on a piece of paper? Anyway, who am I to say anything?
What we have here, it's really hard to make that connection.
Some facts were served right there. Like clearly, who else if not Rick would know more than for how much something like that goes in his shop. And you know, Pawn Stars is all about who bargains best to make the most profit. So let's see who gets to cut the cake tonight. And just when he thought things couldn't get crazier, Rick dropped the price and set his bet to $1,500. And all that effort went to waste right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to do that. I think maybe I'll see if I can maybe get some more provenance.
That was pretty obvious. No one would want to sell an antique for this measly amount of money. Definitely not a very profitable deal. And with that deal went flying Rick out of Rick's hands. But in this next episode, this person walks in with a really interesting gun. But how interesting? You're about to find out.
Yeah, it's like something James Bond would wear.
Yeah, right. You just saw that, huh? But that's not out of a James Bond movie. That thing is as real as it gets.
What can I help you with? I'm here to sell my ring pistol today.
Well, you know how a gun never stays in the shop for long, be it whatever shape or size. But this thing is something I've never seen or even heard of before. Have you ever seen a pistol ring? Boy, you're looking at it right now. This is something definitely worthy of adding to the antique collection list. Come on, you have to agree with me. Everything about this pistol ring is antique, from loading it to the trigger to its hammer. This thing is a killer. Literally. You know what? If I ever went undercover on a mission, I would definitely carry this cute little devil. James Bond, we just found your vibe. And I know Rick would agree with me too. Yeah, that man seems very particular about the price he's going to ask for that dangerous ring.
I'm looking to get $9,000. I'll use it to buy some of the things I collect more often.
I personally would wear that ring everywhere. It's an all-in-one combo, kind of a hidden treasure who can double up like your personal bodyguard. It's unreal how cool this thing is. But hey, did Rick just contradict me?
Wear them just for fashion.
Damn. Rick has got a good sense of humor, not gonna lie. Seriously, getting hit by that mini pistol ring would definitely hurt your ego hard, man.
It's also seriously a gun. I mean, it would really hurt getting shot with this thing.
And oh, I kid you not when I say that the man clearly did his homework right. He literally asked for $9 grand in the blink of an eye. I mean, that piece truly is a showstopper. But that expensive? Damn.
A $9 grand. They're pretty rare.
So what happened is that the deal took an intense turn, and Rick, being the smartest in this show, had to prove it. So before finalizing the deal, he wanted a bit of expert advice. I mean, that's always better than regretting later, right? So let's see what the expert had to say about this antique pistol ring.
The European gunsmiths, they were making all kinds of little weird things. This is the Imperial Protector. Basically,
looks like this tiny mean machine has taken down quite a few people in the past. So it must cost a bomb. But let's hear it from the expert himself.
For $11,500.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate it.
Whoa, I never expected that. $11.5K? That's crazy. And just look at the size of that thing. That thing is golden for sure. But as you know, Rick plays by his own rules, and I'm curious to know what he has to offer.
I'll give you $3,000 for it.
No, can't do it.
Okay, so Rick is trying to settle the deal for $3 grand. But bro, that's like not even half the price the seller asked. Do you think the man will accept the offer? For someone who knew a great deal about the pistol ring, I don't think this man is gonna budge. But Rick wasn't ready to give up or give in as yet. So do you think they'd both settle on the same grounds? Who do you think is gonna win this round? Well, let me put your anxiety to rest. For here comes the moment you're waiting for.
As amazing as this thing is, I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
And just like that, Rick missed the chance and saw the extraordinary collector's pride walk right out of his door. But what happened in this next episode is even crazier.
Working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
You know how music instruments can be great collectibles. In which case, what do you think about an ancient instrument that has an emotional connection to it? Does it help double up the price? Well, I don't know about you, but I have never seen a shining gold M Hohner harmonica.
We've all played a harmonica once in our lives.
Right, we have.
And we thought we were good at it.
So for those of you who don't know who Matthias Hohner is, here's a quick history lesson for you. Hohner was a trained watchmaker born in Germany. And his company, Math Hohner AG, is the oldest and largest producer of harmonicas in the world. If you want to know more about this masterpiece, here's Rick for you. So apparently the watchmaker was so blown away by the piece that this is what happened.
So he saw the writing on the wall, but he was also working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
Rick's knowledge never fails to amaze me. There's no question that he is a master of his job, and his trade skills are even better. But is this going to be a jackpot or a lost cause? Before Rick states his price, he found a problem with the musical piece.
We get in the ballpark.
Okay, all right.
It's plastic, and it's not in the greatest shape.
I don't know, it's not too bad a shape.
The cardboard's coming off.
Oh no. That's going to majorly affect the price of this beautiful piece right here. So while the seller was holding on to a grand $500, what Rick pitched was unbelievable.
Here's $75 for it.
It cost
$75. Wow. I would feel humiliated if I was that harmonica right now. I mean, come on, man, it's not that bad. But what can I say? Rick knows better. And the seller wasn't ready to back up, and even had a genuine reason for it.
$1 to fill my truck up with gas right now. I can't take 75.
I find the man reasonable. The least you can do is compensate his gas. But as you know, there are no emotions involved in business. Rick's not taken aback by anything, and sticks with his price, but he failed to grab the deal. I think he wouldn't mind much though, because the harmonica was plastic, and it was also peeling off in some places. So sadly, the seller needed to go back home with the broken instrument, and he couldn't even make enough money for gas anyway. Next up, we got this interesting thing that you'd never expect at a pawn shop.
The guy just pulled in the parking lot with a boat he wants to sell. So Chum and I...
Yes, it's a freaking boat! What you're looking at is a 1958 Sea Flight Glastron, and this is no common sight, y'all. Rick and Chum came to take a look at the huge and fascinating boat, and it looks like they already like what they're looking at.
57 Chevy, didn't they?
Sure did.
Is it a convertible?
And how can something start without Chumley's irrelevant questions, right? Like always, he was more worried about the boat being convertible or not. Well, Chum, you definitely cannot expect everything to be fancy, okay? Despite that, I can't help but love Chumley's confidence. Meanwhile, the seller has made up his mind to demand a hefty $10,500 for the boat. Let's hope he can make just as much from the master of negotiation. And this time, the item in question was a timeless beauty, created in 1958, standing tall, defying the effects of time. Whoever maintained it surely did it with the utmost care and dedication. Great work right there, but I think someone is already getting busy coming up with the numbers.
It looks just like the 57 Chevy I got for the old man's birthday. It's definitely tempting because
Rick's already deciding how he was going to pitch this look-alike a 57 Chevy.
this Glastron boat is awesome, but boats are tough to sell, so it has to be a home.
Like he already said, boats are money pits. I mean, nobody would want to keep this huge boat in their homes as an antique. Quite rare, as the word suggests itself. But this seller is definitely giving Rick tough competition. With all that USP knowledge he was throwing about, he came in here ready to face the pawnbroking world.
Do you know why?
Because it was a little 17-foot boat.
No, because it was fiberglass. No more wood boats. Wood boats were moving out.
But what happened next was totally unexpected.
10-5.
In an unexpected turn, the owner of the boat bravely revealed a startling price tag, $10,500. Wow, that's crazy. What do you think Rick is gonna do? Will he buy it or break it?
I don't even want to make you an offer. There's too much work that's got to be done for me to make anything.
Did you see that? Rick didn't even make an attempt to convince the donor to accept a lesser price. But that's exactly what the show is all about, expecting the unexpected. But you cannot miss this museum piece that just made its entry into the shop today. A man brought in an ancient coin, a portrait of Julius Caesar from the month before he was assassinated.
Well, I have a coin here. It's a portrait coin of Julius Caesar from the month before he got assassinated.
But before that, quick history lesson. Did you know Caesar was the first living person to be depicted on Roman currency? Back then, this honor was only reserved for the gods, so you can imagine Caesar's position in the society. So you know that having him on a coin is quite exclusive, and any historical coin collector would be yearning to get their hands on this coin.
Would do what was necessary to preserve the Republic. Okay, and no matter what he did in office,
Rick was taken in by the intriguing offer, and his sincerity came through, creating a favorable environment for a possible deal. Rick, though, sticks to his strategy since he was logical. As you know, the man is a smart specialist who always seeks professional advice before taking major action. But let's see what the price on offer is.
how much were you looking to get out of it?
I want $4,400, please.
Okay.
I like this man's confidence and how he's so adamant about the asking price, exactly the way it should be.
The style is correct. Everything is right.
Okay.
It's perfectly genuine.
The expert's analysis is giving us a ray of hope with each passing second. So let's see what the experts have to say.
$1,500.
Retail?
Retail.
Wait, what was that? $1,500? Are you kidding me? I thought that coin was a big deal. But what just happened? It's ridiculous. I mean, sometimes you can never explain how things turn out to be in the pawn world. Just like this episode where a man walked in claiming to have a 1951 Yankees team signed ball.
1951 Yankees team signed baseball.
For those who may not know, the New York Yankees of the 1940s and 1950s were the most dominant team in baseball history. They won 10 World Series titles only between 1947 and 1962. Including their 5 consecutive World Series victories from the 1949 to 1953 season. However, things have now taken a turn, and the glory remains in history. Coming back to the item in concern, the seller also claimed that the ball had the signatures of around 22 to 23 Yankee players from around that time, and out of all of them, it had the signatures of Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle.
Got about 22, 23 signatures on
The year 1951 holds a special place in baseball history, as it was Joe DiMaggio's final season and Mickey Mantle's first. Also, Yankees won their 14th World Series that year. Buckle up, because this episode is sure to amaze you.
My grandfather went to a game in 1951 with my mother and received
The seller said that it was his grandfather who managed to get this iconic baseball. According to him, his grandfather went to a game in 1951 with his mother and received the autographs from a friend of his that was involved with the team. Well, sounds fair enough to me.
Baseball doesn't really mean a lot to me. It's got some family heritage, but it's a baseball.
I wonder why so many people want to sell something that has an emotional connection with them. But the seller's reason behind selling such an iconic ball seems pretty fair to me.
This would be perfect for the company softball game.
Chumley, I'm fixing to hit you.
Charlie was trying to play the fool, but Benjamin remained unaffected, steadfastly focused on the business at hand. Benjamin saw nothing but the business and got right back into it.
I don't trust this guy. I don't trust nobody, especially when they're trying to sell me stuff.
Benjamin, I can feel you totally. It's not like we don't trust anybody, but it's always better to be sure when there's a ton of money involved. No doubt the expert had to be called in.
I do believe that this is a genuine 1951 Yankees baseball.
Whoa, it looks like there's some good news for the man, and we might see some bills going out of the shop. But wait, don't be sure. You never know when the deal goes south.
I think $3,000 is a reasonable amount for the ball.
With audacity that leaves me breathless, a staggering demand of $3,000 was quoted for the ball. And it's quite obvious as well. After all the authentication and the proof, anyone would ask for that kind of money.
They fired about $800.
But wait, what? Benjamin just quoted $800? That's it? No one would sell it for that much, Benjamin. But he was in this business before most of us, and I assume he'd know better. So these were some of the times deals got out of hand on Pawn Stars. So which one of these intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, guys.